Playing Fortnite right now. Okie doke. I wonder. I'm having trouble apparently on Twitch. No, the game looks good. How's everyone doing? We doing good this fine evening? Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember last time we struggled to find a Bramblin, right? God. We're so behind on this. We gotta pop off today. You're literally about to play the game. Let's go. Oh, let's go, Jessica. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. How's it going, Karina? Or Karina? We need to go to get... I need a Bramblin. Oh, that's not a bad one. That's a pretty good one, actually. That's a good outbreak right there. And I remember we were struggling to get one. What other outbreaks do we have? Nothing too crazy, actually. Yeah, let's go straight. Let's get this Bramblin. This Bramblin has been eluding me. All we need left, I know I'm still in the Halloween update. All we need left is a Bramblin and then a Bramble Gas, so 2 Bramblins basically. A Shuppet and 1 Gas. Dude, we need everything. We need all of them. The only one we've gotten was Mischievous. I did trim the beard a bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I did trim it. It's not as wild. I do need to trim the bottom a bit, and then we're good to go. But I'm thinking, right, what I wanted to do is I wanted to get the length trimmed down, and then I go to a barber now. I go to a barber so he can do my hair as well. But now that I have the length, right, like he'll just clean up the edges for me. And I think we're good to go, but I don't know when I'll do that. You know, it's taken me like 1,000 years to just trim the beard in the first place. Okay, Bramblin. Yeah, last time We did a whole sandwich too, right? Like we're super unlucky. Kind of sad. I think we'll do a little bit of Suika game today also. How does that sound? I forgot how fun Suika game was. We need to get a double watermelon still. Never got a double watermelon. The day I get a double watermelon is the day the game gets uninstalled from the Switch. You gotta be careful with this. Being so close to the town, I could accidentally despawn stuff if I go too close. It looks like it's more on this side, which is weird because the outbreak sign is over there, not over here. I mean, it kind of is in the middle of the road. Odd. You know, yesterday, right? Yesterday was Sunday, and we were doing the Pokemon Go Community Day for Mankey. First of all, did anyone get any crazy strong Mankeys? Cause I got a Mankey that was, I want to say 939 or something like that, around there. 939. This is Scarlet or Violet? This is Violet. I got a monkey. A monkey. I got a Mankey that was like 930 CP, and I was like, you know what? I'll It was a shiny too. It was like my strongest I got, and it was a shiny. So I was like, I'll evolve it. You know, they did such a. I think they did a pretty good job. I know the Rage Fist on like Primeape, you're supposed to have it do that in the game, but I think catching fighting types or defeating fighting types is pretty good, especially for the event, right? Because there was no way you're gonna be able to defeat 20 fighting types, or I think it was defeat 5, and they did that because like after the event, right, you're supposed to do raids. But I still got 2 Annihilapes, 1 regular, 1 shiny, because I evolved my 2 strongest. I did get a 1500 Primeape, which is pretty good because that means I can use them in like the baby leagues or whatever it's called. Not that I actually play. What's it called? I don't actually play the battling in Pokemon Go, but if I do, he's an option. I need to clean up Pokemon Go. I have way too many Pokemons from like way old events that like don't really need to be there, you know what I mean? There we go. We'll take out a couple more and then we'll start. We're next to a town, so we can just walk in and out of town, and this will despawn and respawn everything. So this was actually a really good spot. Remember, for Bramblin, what we're looking for is the leaves on the bottom are green and the top little tendrils or whatever, the sticks, because the tumbleweed on top, are white. Not this beige color, they're white. He should be noticeable. So let's do this. We'll go in here and then we'll come out here. and we'll drive around. I think this will be the best method of finding one. Yeah. What did you guys think of the Mankey Community Day? Was that the first? No, Annihilate has been in the game, right? I don't think that was the first time Annihilate was introduced. That was the first time I got an Annihilate in the game. But I think it was introduced before that. Do you guys ever, like, are you guys ever scrolling through shorts, right? Like YouTube shorts or TikTok, whatever. And you end up getting like a manga edit or something like that. So I got a manga edit, right? But it was for a webtoon called Insector. And I was like, huh, maybe I should give that one a go. It is so weird, dude. It is so weird. It's like these people, I can't even tell if they're people or I think they're people, but, or obviously they're bugs, but I can't tell like what the origin is, right? Like if it's, but it reminds me, it's very much Tokyo Ghoul, right? But with bugs. So like the main guy, he's a black ant, but the black ants bite him and they're inside his body, which is weird, right? But they bite him unless he like defeats other insects, because I don't know if you've ever seen it, but when a bug dies on the sidewalk, okay. I don't know what to comment about that, Atom, but yeah, no, I don't know if you ever seen like a bug die like on a sidewalk, right? But like all the ants are eating it. So I guess that's the main premise of the webtoon, I guess. The guy, he's a black ant, and he kills and eats the other insects. But it's very Tokyo Ghoul-esque. Like it really feels like Tokyo Ghoul but with bugs. And he just got, where I met, he got an ally who's a moth. So I don't know if that's spoiler. That's like chapter 8 or something. I stopped reading. I read it like a little bit this morning, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. I don't know if I'll continue it, but it's not my cup of tea. But I can definitely see like Tokyo Ghoul fans reading it and thinking it's pretty good. It is pretty good. You know what? I have not seen. I actually don't know. I wanted to play that game, the Death Note survival game or whatever it is, Death Note Among Us. But I don't actually know. I wanted to play with my friends, right? But I don't actually know, like, I haven't seen any gameplay. I don't know how it is. Has anyone seen any gameplay or anything? How is it? I know a lot of people played it when it came out. I think it's dead now already. Like, I think it died off immediately. But when it came out, it looked interesting. I thought it was gonna be free, dude. I thought it was gonna be free because I heard about it being free, and then when it dropped on Steam, it was $10, and I was like, I don't think my friends are gonna want to pay $10 for Among Us. Thank you. Kishan, I appreciate it. Friends on what? So, you know what we can be friends on? Pokemon Go and Pokemon TCG Player or Pocket. I do have my friend codes for those games on, what's it called? On the community tabs of my YouTube channel. If anyone wants to add me on Pokemon Go, they're free to. You know what, actually? I feel bad. Let me check if any of you guys have added me on Pokemon Go. I forgot to check the other day. Cause I know I got a like on the post the other day and I kind of forgot. There you go. I just added 2 people to Pokemon Go. Friends on Snap or Insta. I don't really use them at all. I'm not a big social media guy on that end. Plus I don't really give that out too freely. I haven't made it a social account. My age, I am 23 right now. But by the end of the month I should be 24. I'll be 24 at the end of the month. I think I'll give it a little bit more time and then maybe we'll do another sandwich for the shiny sandwich in this game. Because I want to get this Bramblin like pretty fast. How much time do I play? This game I've played a lot of Pokemon. I don't know. I mean, it depends. It depends how many, like, how many hours do I have in this game? I want to say I have a total of like, this won't be accurate, but this will be pretty close. It says I have 532 hours in this game, so I probably have 560, 550 hours in this game. Why so little people at a time? It is what it is, man. You're hunting Arceus and BDSP right now? Dude, I need to do that hunt too. I need to do that too. I have that one set up. And I've had that one set up for the longest time. Good luck, man. I give you all the luck. Pokemon Emerald version. I started a playthrough on my phone separately. Oh, can't say that. I can't say what I did. That's illegal now. Emulated. I started a playthrough a while back, right? But I didn't finish it. I did a Ruby, not Emerald. I do want to stream a playthrough, but I don't know. Kind of difficult for me to play older games now. 19k resets. Yikes. 19,000 resets. You're way over odds. Man. You need to Man, dude. you, you need to do something. You got Shiny Shaman at 12, so it's fair, I guess. Yeah, but you're double already, right? 9, you're almost, yeah, you are double. You're double already. Yeah, you need a... I don't know if you're religious or whatever type of religion you follow or anything, you need to start praying. You need some type of I don't know how you get luck. You need to go out there and get a lucky cricket. Go to India? I have no plans to go over there anytime soon, I will say that. I have no plans for any travel in the next... Oh, look! We just got a shiny Mastiff. I actually don't have a shiny Mastiff. This works out perfectly, actually. Let's go. He's wildly different. I can't believe I've never seen one before in the game. Yeah, she looks pretty good. I don't like the dog, but the shiny looks pretty good. Oh. Haley Bug, thank you for following me on Twitch. That was a quick shiny. I know, that was pretty fast. I wasn't expecting to get one within, what are we, 20 minutes into stream? That's pretty fast. And that's because we're looking for a Bramblin too. That is one shiny today. Now, did I just use up all my luck immediately, or will today be a lucky day? A Master Ball. I have a lot of Master Balls. I kind of don't use Master Balls in the game, like at all. I don't know why. I usually use them as like a last resort if I'm tired of like trying to catch stuff, but catch rate in this game feels easier, but maybe that's just me. You know, so Fido, right? This little guy. There's a little plushie of Fido, right? That I've seen like everywhere. By everywhere I mean like every little store I go to, there's like a plushie of Fido. I want to buy it so bad. It is like such a cute plushie. Which Pokemon has, yeah, Jinx. Shiny Fido. Yeah, I like Shiny Fido. He's a little burnt toast. Burnt bread. You know what I should do? You know, I kind of want to do it. I need to learn how to make bread. I want to make a Fido loaf of bread. That'd probably be very hard, right? But I think it'd be very cool to do. That's probably gonna be very hard to do. I've never made bread. Once we catch all the ghost types here that I'm missing, which is a lot of them, I'll finally update the game. What events are live now in Pokemon? I think the Feraligatr one just finished, right? I think the next one should be this weekend. Let's check it real quick. Torterra's coming up soon, this weekend. Yeah, Torterra's coming up soon, that's the big one. I like how they did Torterra's Terra type. It goes on top of the tree. I think that's pretty cool. So it's, yeah, that's this weekend. You're hoping for raids? Yeah, no, it's Torterra Terra raid. Not bad. I think people are thinking that I think the next one after Torterra might be the Paldean starters, so we can finally get them in different balls other than Pokeball. You like shiny hunting event raids because they have good Pokemon sometimes? Yeah, they do. I like Mass Outbreak a lot more, because I like shiny hunting and Mass Outbreaks. It's raining. I do like shiny hunting and Mass Outbreaks. It's easier, faster. Sometimes it's cool Pokemon. I wonder what the Christmas event's gonna be this year. Do I have a Lilligant? Probably not in this game because I don't have the shiny. I only have shinies in this game right now. I got rid of all others. Oh, Outbreak you used to Sword and Shield. No, that's cool. Yeah, the Outbreaks. I like doing Outbreaks. The Terra raids are pretty cool too, though. Yeah, I don't have a shiny Lilligant now. And I only have shinies in this game right now. I transferred everybody. Oh my goodness. Black and white shiny hunt. with shiny charm. Dang. Black and white. I forget. Did black and white have... No, it wasn't that one. Which is the game where you could shiny hunt with the... They had to call a friend, or like... You do a double battle and then you eat up one and then it calls for the other guy. At double battle grass. I don't remember what game that is, but I did a lot of that. I did a lot of shiny hunting in that game with that method. I might have been... Hold up, let me see if I can find it. Gen 7, people are saying. Sun and Moon, yeah, it was Sun and Moon. Black and white. You know, I'm so destroyed that my white game works, it's my Soul Silver game doesn't work. A lot of Bramblin, no shiny though. Last time you hunted in Violet was when you shiny hunted a Alolan Vulpix. Alolan Vulpix. Yeah. Black and White and Black and White 2, really good games. Even story-wise, like I think those games are also really good story-wise too. Maybe to drink something and stretch every couple of hours. Yeah, you too, man. Sounds like you've been at it for a while. And don't worry, I always have water. You too, man. Thanks for showing up and chatting. So at the end of this week, we should get the Terra raids for Terra. Really, that's it though? That's kind of sad. Usually they're like accompanied by something, right? I guess we just had the competition and stuff. You know what I still need to do? I still need to do the Meloetta stuff for shiny Meloetta from Pokemon Home. That's a little bit of a grind though. And I'm not really in the grinding mood right now. It's a bit of, I don't know. It's because I have all the Pokemon, right? But like you have to get them from this game. So it's gonna involve me doing a lot of eggs to get the Pokemon. So it will probably take me like a couple hours to finish it. Basically, I have to redo the Pokedex, right? Because a lot of them I didn't get from Scarlet and Violet. Yeah. No worry, man. I try not to be on my PC all day. Plus, I have to go to a class at 4:30ish, so, and it's about to be 1, so I do end. I'm not gonna stream the whole time. I do get up. My chair is uncomfortable too, so I tend to get up and walk around a lot. A class, I have a class, it's called Advanced Energy Grid Systems or something like that. I call it Smart Grid because that's what it was called on the paper when I signed up for it. It's a power systems class it's advanced power systems, that's what it's called. Reminds me, I have a paper. Sounds cool. It actually is really cool, right? The professor is like super duper established, right? And it's a pretty cool class. But the thing is, he grades really weird. He'll give an assignment, or he'll talk about the stuff in class, right? And the stuff in class is like super advanced transformer power calculations, right? And like I kind of like that stuff, right? But then he gives us the assignment and it's like, okay, write me a paper on climate change. You know, look up the Department of Energy's power consumption and decarbonization stuff, which is just like trying to turn all energy in the United States green. So like you write a paper on that and it's like, well, it's cool, right? But like the work or homework, I guess, is not really about anything we learned in the class. We learn in the class and then we do homework about like something completely different. Is it a specialization on electronics on an infrastructure side? Yes, kind of. It's trying to, so like the main point of it is to talk about an energy system, like the perfect energy system, right? Where every house has solar panels, every single type of power generation is in effect, right? Like we have solar panels feeding from satellites and stuff. Like it's just talking about like the best way for the entire world, right? But mainly United States, because that's where I'm at. To have power generation, right? Like everyone creates power and everyone's power goes back into the grid. That way, like if let's say a thunderstorm hits, right, and half of California goes out of power, well, the other half has enough power to stay on. So I don't know if you know, but like in California, if they know there's going to be a wind disturbance or something that's going to shake up something, or like an earthquake, right? If they know there's going to be an earthquake or they're getting seismic readings, they'll preemptively turn off power to some places. Like there will be rolling blackouts. And like that's not good, right? Because rolling blackouts, people die, right? Like there's a lot of people that need electricity to, you know, live, systems in their house. So it's very difficult to decide who needs to have their power on or off and stuff like that. Like he's a very older professor, right? So he talks about stuff that he knows and how like in the past in New York, because he's from there, these operators who would power the grid, right, or operate where the power goes, like they would run the power no matter what, to the point where the power lines would melt. Yeah, I mean it's kind of like, it's not really, the US generates a lot of its own power, right? But it's like it's still like that. Like I'm a couple years back, right? Like I'm from Texas, right? A couple years back we had this thing that we called the freeze, where it got so cold the power stopped working. Like no joke, the power stopped working. No one had power like in any part of Texas, and that's crazy, right? And the energy companies, ERCOT, that's what it was called, or is called still, they got so much stuff, like, you know, like no one expected Texas to freeze over as hard as it did, right? And when it did, it just like, oh my god, no one was ready. It's kind of sad, but like a lot of people did die, right? Like the Texas freeze was crazy. It was like, I think it was 2022. It was wild. That was that caused a lot of controversy, I guess. Not really controversy, but yeah, kind of controversy with the power company in Texas. And that's like something we talk about in class, right? Like, you know, why wasn't the power system ready for that to happen? If the grid was advanced, like, you know, the class says it should be, or could be, then that wouldn't have ever been a problem. Yeah, that's like that's a big thing of the class. And the thing is, right, like what the class really talks about a lot, and like I don't know if it's like that where you're from, but I'm pretty sure it's like that everywhere. There's a lot of the reason why these systems don't come into play or don't happen is because of government. It's politics. Like most of the time they're like, oh, they have a great idea on how to solve all of the energy crisis in the world, right? It was like, you know how much money it takes to build that, how much, like, you know, procurement of land, right? Like it's called eminent domain here and stuff. Like, you know, like there's like, we can't build a whole infrastructure without having to trample into, we're like in New York, right? In New York they just add power lines on top of the power lines, and that's not safe. What are they gonna do? Cut into people's property and have the people sue the government, and the government fights back, and it just becomes a whole political battle, right? Like there's almost no room for improvement because there is no room, you know. And like when you do have room, it just becomes a political fight all over the place. So a lot of the class is a lot of that. I think that's one of the main reasons why, like, my final paper is on climate change, right? And talking about stuff like that. I actually haven't looked at it yet. He did provide like paperwork for it, but like my first paper was on different types of green power generation, right? And I talked about like geothermal power generation and offshore wind farms, and that's like a big one, right? Like I was just talking about how we don't have a place to put more power stuff offshore. Put wind farms on the water. It must be really interesting. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But like I said, I feel like the class, it takes a weird route. Oh, my controller turned off. The class takes a weird route because the class like has two jobs, right? To show us the power system math on how to manage the power system, which is crazy math, beyond everything math. And then it shows us like the political side, and it feels like the homework focuses on the real world aspect more than the actual math aspect, and that's to be expected, right? Because a lot of people in that class are not going to be working on creating a power system, right? A lot of people in that class are going to be working on already existing power systems that you just have to maintain. Yeah, cool class. Yeah, a lot of ours is also wind turbines, right? And a lot of, in recent news, right, in America, starting to go back to nuclear in a lot of places. A lot of old plants are being turned back on. Like, I heard Google is buying nuclear plants to turn them on to power their own stuff. Like, a lot of individual companies are buying. That's because the power is just expensive here now, like everywhere. You have family households paying upwards of $400 a month for their power, right? And that's like, that's crazy. It's crazy, crazy. A lot of that does come down to politics more than power generation, but that's a big part of it. But like offshore wind, right? I don't know if that was a big thing I talked about. It's like, well, we don't have any more land to put any more wind turbines, right? Like you need acres and acres of land for a wind farm, right? A wind turbine farm offshore, like, you know, and the wind is like perfect offshore, right? Because wind from the ocean is stronger, right? Faster, like there's no obstructions over the ocean. So it's like almost a perfect system. You know, but that class is today. I have other classes too, but the other ones are I don't know. So my schedule is very wild, right? Like, it's kind of wild because there wasn't a lot of choices, right? I'll be honest with you. The master's program at the college I'm at is not very crazy. Right? But like, it's, I wanted a master's, so even though the options are not that great, there's no, it feels like I have no specialization. But I mean, it's my first semester in the master's program, so I think that's not a bad thing to, it's not, I don't think it's bad to not have a specialization yet. But like, I have biomedical micro devices as well, and that class is very much not what I want to do. Green power generation past few years. Wave generators, yes. Wave generators are pretty cool too. That was a big thing. Someone, I didn't really talk about it in my presentation, but someone mentioned it, that there's a company that's making floating wind turbines that float on wave generators as well. So it's like a 2-in-1. I forgot what the company was, but like that was the big thing. Like it's like a big platform type deal that just absorbs the waves and stuff. Like that was some cool stuff. I saw that too. But the biomedical micro devices class, right? Oh my god. I do not go a single, well, I only have the class once a week, right? But there's not a single class that I don't see a poor rat like cut in half. Like it just feels bad. Everyone's talking about like, oh, this is that, this uses this and that, the test on the rats, and I'm like, dude, I'm not about it. I'm not about it. I understand the testing on live rats, you know, like it pushes forward to everything, but your opinion is to invest on new green power generation. I agree too. One of the big ones that I talked about was thermal generation or geothermal, right? And the geothermal that these guys were talking about was not hydro, right? Which is what we use now in America, which is like geysers. We use the hot water from geysers to turn turbines and stuff, make steam. This one, it's called, like, you know how we oil frack? I don't know if you know what oil fracking is, but put big drills into the ground, basically crack up the ground underneath and drain the oil out, right? It does that, right? But it does it in molten rock and creates cracks in the molten rock, throws water into the molten rock, right? And then the water is superheated in the molten rock, and when it's pumped out, it's essentially creating a hot geyser from nothing. You know what I mean? So you can create steam powered energy from absolutely nothing. Like, you just need to drill, you just need a place to drill, and most of it's underground, and most of it doesn't. There is the reason why it's like held back a bit, right, is because of the whole it's not like super duper sure yet if it's gonna cause geological problems along the line, right? Like an earthquake could form. Right? Like, you are pumping up stuff, and like there's easier methods, right? And like, I like the other method, even though it's not as crazy. It's just a borehole, right? You basically make a tube under there that, instead of sending water through different cracks, it's just one tube that gets heated with the earth, because the earth inside the mantle is hot naturally, and we have the technology to drill down to it already. All right, man. Yeah. It essentially just creates hot water without needing to generate it ourselves. You don't need to heat up anything, right? So it's free and it's green because it's just steam. You just feed water into an already hot area that creates everything for you. There's no energy wasted on heating, basically. That's the whole point of it, because right now we do have geothermal, but it's only in areas that already have hot water, like geysers, and that's not everywhere. That's only literally in California and some parts of Hawaii, and this can be done anywhere. Interesting concept, I thought, when I read about it and spoke about it. No shiny Bramblin is crazy. I think I've been at this for what, an hour already? Nope. I wonder how, okay, I want to like inspect a Fido. I feel like I can make a real life bread Fido. I don't know how to make bread, but like I said, maybe just like a test. It doesn't have to taste good, right? But if I can make a Fido that looks like bread, I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that's essentially what I was talking about. It's not simple, right? It's basically simple like that though. But the hardest part, right, is the fracking. Because if it drills, right, it drill a hole here, it drill a hole here, right? 2 holes. It needs to frack in between. That means break the rock in between. And then it pours water from here that gushes towards, all superheated, into here where it gets sucked up. But you see the issue is the fracking, right? Because a lot of the times, like, I mean, it depends where you're at, right? You're destroying the earth, right? You're shaking it, you're breaking it. So it could cause an earthquake. There could be geological events later on in the line, right? Like, you are cracking up underground. That's why one of the big methods was a borehole, where it's literally just down one tube. But with the fracking, right, like you get multiple tubes basically, right? Because it doesn't just go from here to there, it goes from here and it's like splits up into 1,000 lines in all different areas, and then it gets sucked up here. So there's more surface area to heat up rather than the borehole method. And all of this is like public too, like in America at least. There's these reports that the government writes to tell you like what they're thinking of doing and what they're gonna do, and the timeline of how they're gonna do it. And the wildest thing is, right, like the timeline for that stuff is 2050. You know, like the goal is 2050. That's half my life. You know, that's half my life. So like maybe I'll see something by 2050. I don't know. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy when I read these reports and they're like, yeah, we expect to be fully operational by we expect stuff to start by 2030. We expect to be fully operational by 2040. By 2050, it'll be 100%, you know, and perfect. You know, so it's like, and they show you their timeline, how much money it would take to build all of it, and it's like 25 to 50 billion dollars estimated. Bro. So the future looks good if all of these reports I read are perfect, which almost never the case, but we'll see by 2050, right? No, back up. It'd be crazy if it took the Fido out. You know, I was saying it the other day, right? People who went into like a coma, right, during like when video games were at their like, well, not their peak, when video games had like Sega, right? Like Sega was making like Mega Drive, Genesis, all this stuff, right? Like if you went into a coma back then and then like you woke up now and you see video games, right? And you're like, whoa. Are you thinking like, where's Sega? Where's the Sega console? Is Sega winning the console race? Like, it's kind of wild that like, and like, I don't know, Sega, no console for Sega, yet there is a lot in the past. I don't know how crazy it would be. Go into a coma in like, I don't know, even Game Boy era, right? Like go into a coma in like 1995, right? You go into a coma in 1995 and you wake up like in today's time, right? And you're just like, the video games, you know? Video games have changed a lot. I knew I couldn't thread the needle. I don't know why I tried. Okay. I think I really don't want to waste a sandwich on this. I'll be honest with you. I really don't want to waste a sandwich on this. Found a shiny Mischief, and I feel like that's like cool already on its own. Doesn't this guy's ingredient look shiny? Also, a little update. I know I told you guys a while back I wanted to do something kind of funky. I don't know how to do it. It is so hard. I actually don't know what I'm doing, and like I search up everywhere and I don't know how to do it. First of all, I can't find the ROM for it. So I'm trying to get the old plug and play games and emulate them, and I found out they're called MAME games, or emulator, that's what it uses. And I just don't know, like, I don't know how to do it. But I'm looking and I see that I could buy the old plug and play thing. I could buy the old plug and play. I don't know where mine's at. I really don't think I have mine anymore anywhere. But they sell them on eBay for like 20 bucks. They're not super duper crazy. But like I said, it is one thing. I don't know. It's probably not worth. But playing on original hardware would be cool. Even if I was to find my old ones, I doubt they would be in working order. Oopsie. Didn't mean to hit the microphone. Speaking of, this mic is way too close to me. I don't know how the Bramblin manages to elude me. I don't get it. This guy does not want to be shiny. Not even one. man, you know, the next holiday coming up is Thanksgiving, right? And it's like, it's actually not far away, right? And that's kind of scary. Like, what is it? Like 2 weeks away? 3 weeks away? Dang, dude. The year is actually gonna fly by. Oh my god. Thursday. Thursday's my dad's birthday. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't realize Thursday was my dad's birthday. Dude, I have class that takes all day Thursday. I feel bad. Also the 15th, that's the Logan Paul. Logan Paul. Ah man, I shouldn't have mentioned him. The Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight, right? The 15th. This Friday. That's gonna be pretty dope. Let's be real. If Jake Paul wins, it's like, that's, I don't know what I'd do. Like, I literally don't know what I'd do. I guess I'd cry. I know it's not prime Mike, right? Prime Mike Tyson, but like, come on, man. Jake Paul beating Mike Tyson would be absolutely devastating. Devastating to the sport, devastating to the people, to the world, really, right? I'm actually like scared to see how Mike Tyson's gonna be. I saw it was gonna be on Netflix too, so that's kind of cool. Netflix for free, but you know, for a Netflix subscription, no additional cost. This is gonna be a pretty packed week, man. Hey, I didn't realize there was little cracks here. I have a pretty busy week. I say it like that. I am scared. I'm scared. I'm scared if Jake Paul wins the fight, right? Like it's I feel like if Jake Paul wins the fight, right, there's two roads that people are gonna take, right? The first one, they're gonna be like, obviously Mike Tyson's old, he only fights old people or whatever, right? But then there's another route where people are gonna be like, wow, you know what, that's kind of an impressive feat. Sure, it's an old man he beat up, right? But that old man was Mike Tyson. Like, come on. The name, the physique still holds value, right? Because it's Mike Tyson. Like, let's be real. Like, if I went to the ring with Mike Tyson, I'd probably die. Yeah. You know? I think it'll be a very interesting fight for sure. So I think Jake Paul said something about wanting to do UFC after. Right? He said like after this fight he's gonna go into UFC. Or was it because Sugar Sean said he was gonna beat him up? So I wonder how big Jake Paul got. Because I know he's making memes with the big belly, right? But he actually did have to gain weight, right? For the heavyweight. Because he doesn't fight at heavyweight. I wonder if we're gonna get like an absolute like fat Jake Paul. I haven't seen anything. I don't watch anything of him. I don't know if he even does stuff. But like, I wonder if he's like super fat now because he's heavyweight. Be interesting to see. Friday will be pretty cool. Why lie then? But Thursday, man, I don't want to do Thursday. It didn't work out today, so I feel bad. It didn't work out today, so I feel bad. I woke up kind of late, so I woke up early but also late, if that makes sense. I was up at 7, and then after doing some stuff, I passed out, right? But then I woke up at 10. I mean, it's only 2, right? But I woke up at 10, right? And I figured it was too late for me to do any workouts. I kind of wanted to shower and get ready. Excuse me. No shiny yet. Oopsie. Seeing an electrode in the wild is funny. Poor guy. Speaking of which, Pokemon TCG Pocket, I feel like I'm running like the worst deck possible all the time. Right? Like it just feels like I'm always running the worst possible deck. I don't know, it's pretty fun. The game's really fun. Even battling is fun. It's actually not. It's actually not a straight gotcha Pokemon card opening game, right? Like it actually has like the battle element to it that makes it good. Granted, most of the people are playing to open cards virtually, right? Can't deny that. You know, I kind of want to see Jake Paul get knocked out. I think Jake Paul getting knocked out would be like, whoa, that's crazy. You know, that'd be like one of the crazier outcomes. Because there's like definitely like I don't really know if Mike Tyson has the knockout power still. You know what I mean? I kind of just want to see a good fight, you know? I kind of just hope it's a good fight. My body's saying it will be. My mind is saying it will be a good fight. My heart is saying it'll be a good fight. My mind is saying it won't be. I don't think it'll be a good fight, but I feel like it will be. Hey, say what you want, right? But like, Jake Paul do got a record. He might be him. Very controversial take right there. I saw that. What's his name? Speed. I show Speed. He decided not to go on the Prime thing, whatever. And people are like, "Oh, he's fine. He's becoming a good guy. He's not gonna do the Prime stuff anymore." I like how like the world is in consensus that Logan Paul is a bad guy. Because he is, right? He's a bad guy. Logan Paul is the bad guy. And like by association, everyone else that associates with him is a bad guy. And I say bad guy in like the most like childish terms, right? Like, you know, bad guy. Literally like they're villains. I just think it's funny how everybody says it though. Look, let's say hello to this guy. Hello there. He exploded. I'm not gonna lie, I give up. This guy wins. I give up. I'm done. Kind of a lame short stream, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna eat something. I'm tired. I'm not tired. I'm hungry. But I'm tired because I think I'm hungry. I'm gonna head out. I will, I say it all the time, but for sure I am today. Depending on what time I do the second stream today, and by today I mean before I sleep, because it probably will be late if I don't do it the right time. Will depend on what game. Whatever time I stream will decide what game I stream, if that makes sense. It'll be Pokemon if it's super late. It'll be something else if I get home earlier and everything goes cool earlier. If I get to do stuff earlier, it'll be a different game. If it's late, it's gonna be Pokemon. And it's probably gonna be some of this and something else, but it's whatever. I will catch you guys later.